Hello Choosers, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos, and yes, I am the sad bloke who's making a quick video showing you my model tank wheels. Well, I did show you a video of some grey plastic tracks the other day, so at least there's an improvement with some paint on these. I've had a real run of, I wouldn't say like bad luck or things going wrong, but I've not been able to achieve what I wanted to, even on my basic modelling, and I was just really chuffed with these that something was going that looked nice, it was going right, if that's, you know, for want of a better word. I just had to show these off, so apologies guys, but I needed an audience. My wife was absolutely got no interest whatsoever. She just couldn't see anything different in it. Anyway, again, crowded workbench. I do apologise, make sure I don't push me Napoleonics over. Right, said tank wheel. Now I know everything looks bright at the moment on these Soviet era tanks. They've got these high ridges on the actual rubber, and they're across and lengthways as well. Can you see? There we go. I've scrubbed some off with a Dremel with a milling bit, and I've taken chunks out with the milling bit as well on the Dremel. Now this is, I've only got half of them more or less completely weathered, bar the more granular stuff, but I just wanted to show. I've put some chips in these, only sparingly, I didn't want to put loads in. I've varied them from wheel to wheel, and these have got, it is actually a MiG tank, Soviet tank colour from the original owners. I've put some Vallejo model rust as some deeper chips. I haven't put any orange on them at the moment, and some chips out the rims and whatever. And then further inside, this one doesn't have much, but so that's the chipping I've been doing on them, and I've emphasised it very brightly only because I'll be toning these down. Now I started, this is a drive sprocket that still hasn't been worked on yet. Again, chips in there. You can see the previous owner's paint showing through. Now obviously the Egyptians and the Syrians would have had these, and they might have had them in desert colours and all that, but I've gone for going straight through to the Soviet green, and again with some dark rust bits in. Now this is one that I've weathered up with my acrylic paints as per my AK T55 book. Now what I've done there is I've used dark sand, and how I've applied it, again by one of the guys that has made one of the T55s in the AK book. He first of all put some dishwashing detergent in some water and just wiped it round the area that he wanted to put his next paint layer on. The detergent's there just to break up the surface tension a bit. You don't need it sopping wet, just, you know, obviously dampen it down to taste really. And then I applied some fairly thin Vallejo dark sand. Let me just put this one down so I can hold the dark sand up, just in case you don't know it. There we go, dark sand. And that gave us our base. I don't know if I've gone over most of it. That gave us our base for our dusting. You see some in there and there, and then I went over it. That was a wash, and this one was actually stippled on with neat paint, so I didn't water this down at all. I just put it on my wet palette, and that's Vallejo Panzer Aces Old Wood. Now this gives us some really nice dusting effects, I believe, and that's not oils. That's just your acrylics. And I've tried to dust it in some of the edges where you know, yes, and I've gone over a lot of my nice chipping, but that's part of the course. Now what I will do is when these are actually attached, I'll put probably some granular deposits, obviously in some of the areas as well, but I'll just it's ridiculous making a video over how chuffed you are over doing some weathering on your wheels, but they just came out when something just comes out how you want it. Again, I know it looks like rust, but it's not supposed to be. It's like, I'm going for a north. Obviously these are going to be in Lebanon, so it wasn't all like yellowy sand. So again, we've got our chips in there. Oh, I should have said, for the base of the chips I put down deck tan, so that gives you that white edge to where it's freshly where it's a lighter paint chip. And again, I haven't gone, some are more than others. I've tried to, hang on, whoops, crash into the camera. No, I'm really chuffed, really happy with the results on these. I've not done anything apart from to the outside. I put some dusting and some stippling around the tyres at the moment, but they will have again a bit more I suppose pigments put on maybe around the outside as well. But I don't want these overly overly mudded and pigmented up, but obviously they've got to have a bit more yet. But just for a nice basic dusting, I just wanted to show, just like the guy, I wish I knew remember the guy's name, should have wrote it down, but in the AKT55 book, a lot of the guys were using to put these basic dust tones down first. They were using their airbrushes, and this other guy said, well, I like to put mine down with a brush, and it really worked for me. I'll be struggling with that scale with an airbrush. I know that a lot of you guys can do that, but I can't. So yeah, sorry guys, I know it's not making a video for video's sake. It really is. I'm just so impressed with the results with that. Really happy. The tracks are still being built, still going. We've got I reckon about another 2.5 nights before they're finished, and even before I get a primer on them or anything. So yeah, brilliant. As I say, with these I'm going to do a bit of research, look at a few more photographs, the actual bits where hang on, because it wants to focus in on the background, the actual bits of divots out there. I'll need to be putting a few bits and pieces in on those. I would imagine the top, where it's connected with the tracks, will be fairly more or less as it is now, but again, I just need to see some more pictures. But no, dead chuffed with that, really happy. So when you're really happy with your modelling exploits, make a video. So guys, thank you very much. I really apologise for the cluttered workbench. This was when I just finished painting, and I had an hour to spare, and I thought, no, I'm going to have me a go on those wheels before I start building tracks again. Take care of yourselves, guys. Hope your stuff's going along well, and you're getting as much joy out of it as I am. So we'll speak I'll get my words out in a minute. We'll speak soon on another video. Cheers.